Warm-hearted viewers, this is Start ANEW on his coming broadcasting network. The term Start ANEW is an acronym which stands for sunlight, temperance, air, rest, trust in God, alternative medicine, nutrition, exercise, and water. Today, we are honored to feature Dr. Samuel Dizon on our program.
Welcome to another episode of Start ANEW at HCBN with Dr. Samuel Dizon. We have been listening to a lot of lectures on heart, cancer, diabetes, and a lot more. I just have a few questions for Dr. Dizon. And Doc, with your experience, not only here in the Philippines but in the U.S., are there things, for example, there's a lot of surgeries we do in the United States. I think some of them are even unnecessary, because I have been a member of the heart and liver transplant teams at Loma Linda, and even there I think heart surgeries have been abused. We just do too much. A lot of them should have never been done, but money dictates. The almighty dollar dictates that we should do these surgeries. And as a member of the team, whenever we have surgeries, I make money, especially during the weekends when I'm on call. Now, are there cases that we really need to have surgery?
Yes, definitely. When your heart is in terrible stage and you really want to save the patient, you may need to do surgery. But the problem is, if the patient is already so weak in emergency care and then you do surgery, like my aunt had that. They did a surgery. Actually, she got worse. They sent her home. She had several heart attacks, and she died within a month or two. Actually, she'd only been a few days at home. So my thinking is, what if the patient doesn't have the budget for surgery? In the United States, insurance pays for it. What about those that doesn't have insurance? Hopefully, in times of emergency, then they can go to the local government hospital and to do the procedures that needs to be done. But they're very, very expensive. But there are cases that they need to do surgery. For congenital heart cases, patients with babies and adults that have inborn defects in their heart, there's no choice, you do it. Although in alternative medicine, we do apply stem cell, cardiac stem cell. And somehow the opening, if there's an opening in the heart that did not mature enough, started closing up. So there are ways to do it. It's just that it's still always the call of the doctor if he'll go in and do surgery or not. And let's face it, it's a medical field, is also a business. And unless the doctor has a deep sense of ethics in terms of this kind of thing, he's really gonna find ways and means to do surgery, because that's his bread and butter. So when you get to a surgeon, expect to get surgical approach. If you got an internist, then he may try medical ways to help the person at least not undergo surgery. So it depends on what kind of doctors you go to. For example, gallstone surgery. If the duct has not yet been blocked, there are ways to dissolve gallstone. But how many doctors know about that? Yeah. They don't. So when you do gallstone surgery, you remove the gallbladder. Now you have a tendency for higher cholesterol level and problems with high blood pressure and heart disease later on, and weight gaining. So the gallbladder is important. So you should try to find ways in order to get rid of the gallstone without destroying or removing the gallbladder. But if it's already blocked, and the chances of it rupturing is there, and no choice, you do surgery. Same thing with the heart. If If the patient is in terrible stage, they're having hard time breathing, you have no choice. You do surgery.
I have, reminds me of a good friend of mine. He was supposed to go under the knife. He had kidney stones. And his wife is a nurse. And he told him, he says, honey, please drink this gallon of cranberry juice. And he actually finished the gallon of cranberry juice. In the morning before surgery, he had to go pee. And he can hear the stones coming out, boom, boom, boom. And that saved him.
That was the same thing that happened at the Philippine General Hospital. The guy didn't have money for surgery. He didn't want to. So the resident said, drink 3 gallons of water. No cranberry.
No cranberry.
Drink 3 gallons of water. What do you want? Undergo surgery or drink? He said, drink. So he drank. Stone came out. See, there are things to do. But if you're already screaming in pain, you may... But again, that's why the element of the spiritual part is important. We ask God for guidance, for leading to see, should I undergo surgery or not? We don't want to be fanatical about certain things. As I said before, the forte of medicine is emergency care, acute care. The forte of natural healing is health and lifestyle management. The ability for the immune system and the body to get back online, so to speak. But during the time that you're having an acute attack, an emergency attack, go to the nearest hospital. Don't call me. Go to the nearest hospital. Now, if they say we can do anything with you or for you, then maybe you can use alternative things. But it's really, because if something happens to you, you're going to blame Dr. Dizon,
That's true.
But again, there are emergency things that one can do for certain things, like for high blood pressure, there are emergency things. I myself had gallstones before. I was already yellow, jaundiced. Wow. My urine was coffee colored. Wow. It felt like I had a knife stuck on my stomach, and I called my wife, said, I can't go home, please pick me up. I couldn't drive, I was in pain. What I did, I stopped solid food. I blended all my food because it's embarrassing for me to undergo gallstone surgery when I've treated so many patients. We were able to expel it. So, but I had a higher faith that we can be done. For patients who are already in pain, they may be tested and tried, so they'd probably rather go and do surgery. So
that reminds me, I'm not sure if this is happening in the Philippines, but there are specialty hospitals back in the U.S. For example, if you had a stroke, there are only a few hospitals that you can go to, because most of the time, if you go to the hospitals, they know exactly what to do. And if you go to a hospital that doesn't have any knowledge of stroke, you will end up being a vegetable.
Well, we do have at least several specialty hospitals like Heart Center, Kidney Center, National Kidney Institute. We have the Lungsod ng Kabataan, which is Children's Hospital. We've got Fabella, Jose Fabella for the gynecological problems, Lung Center. So there are specialty hospitals. But most hospitals, you can go even whatever your problems is, because they would know what to do with you. They do intervention even if they are not a specialty hospital.
I have been listening to your lectures today, and it seems to me that there's one thing in common about
all this. Yes.
Seems about all the problems that is being presented to us today. There's one common answer.
Nutrition. Yes.
Yes, I keep on listening to you, and I said, gee, that's the same thing he did for the heart. Now for cancer, it's the same thing for diabetes.
It's actually very simple to regain health. It's just that bad things taste better. They'd rather die than change their diet. But it's actually so simple. When you get a winning combination, if you can build up the body temple, then you can help with diabetes, with cancer, with arthritis. The body's needs are so simple, Just give it what it needs; it will do its job. Then there'll be specific things that you can use, but basically, the body knows what it's supposed to do.
So
go back to basic, yes.
Yeah. So as Christians that believe on the health methods, It's pretty simple, but we need to disseminate this knowledge.
We do need to. In the Philippines alone, as I said before, 70% of the population are born, live, and die not ever seeing a medical professional, not even a midwife. Doctors and nurses are congregating in the cities. And medical field, one of the most underpaid professional in the country. That's why we're getting brain drain. Our nurses are leaving the country. You know, you finish a 4-year course, there's a joke. One guy was very proud because his kids have all finished college. So he was talking to his compadre. Okay, said, my kids, they're all, they all finished, college, except for one. Oh, really? Yeah. My eldest is a nurse. My second one is a teacher, and my third one, well, he's an accountant. He's finished all these courses. Oh, what about your last kid? Oh, my last kid, well, he's a pickpocket. Oh, why are you tolerating that? Well, I can't do anything. He's the only one with a job. So you finish 4-year course, 5-year course. You have a master in business administration. No work. So they leave the country. It's frustrating when people have to leave their own country to get a job elsewhere.
Wow.
To make a living.
How can we maintain good health? Is it possible for us to maintain good health?
Well, it's possible because we just go back to the old Filipino diet. Our Filipino diet before was high in carbohydrate, complex carbohydrates. We were eating the rice that's been pounded,
Yes, yes.
More on vegetables and fruits, fish. The meat is an occasional thing. During occasions, maybe fiesta, weddings. Now it's not occasional anymore. Every day is an occasion. So they are exercising well because they're hard worker. They don't have the telenovela. They don't have the computer, so they sleep early and they eat early. They wake up when the rooster crows and start working. Let's go back to the old style. If we go back to the old style, we live up to 80, 90, still strong and healthy. And it really works. It's so simple to go back to the old simple diet.
I missed that unpolished rice being pounded.
Yes.
I
It's
remember
good exercise. Can you imagine that?
Yes, my dad, actually, when he was courting my mom, it took him about 2 years.
Okay.
2 years of pounding rice. And they say that when my dad pounded rice, he actually destroyed one losong.
He was really...
Nabuslot. And I tell you, though, that rice tasted good. And it seems like if you eat that unpolished rice, that you have a lot of stamina for the whole day.
Yes, because of the fiber and the vitamins and minerals.
And a
that
little
are there.
bit of vegetables, basically.
Their diet was so simple then, Just a little bit of kangkong on top of the rice, and that's it, A little bit of salt, and that's it. So you don't really need so much to be healthy.
I don't know if this is true, but my great-grandma has a secret. She died at over 100, probably 105. And her teeth were complete, 32 of them. And she never ate anything cold or anything hot. And she always chewed her food 32 times. Her philosophy was, you have 32 teeth, you have to chew it 32 times.
Okay. Wow, that's going to be taking so long.
It's going to be taking so long.
Well, the secret is she liquefied her food so much, she absorbed it 100%. When people start
Digestion.
eating and not even chewing and drink water, they're actually not digesting enough. They're actually clogging the system. Then not drinking hot or cold things, it's actually good counsel because our digestive system functions best on body temperature.
Yes.
If you put something hot, then the stomach has to cool it down.
Wow.
If you drink something cold, you're also giving it a hard time, so they had to warm it up first. So for those who love to drink cold water, you put it in your mouth, swirl it, make it a little bit warmer, then you can swallow it.
Oh. Okay.
So who knows, it may have been one of the factors for her longer life.
Wow, life seems to be so simple, but we make it complicated. God gave us potatoes. We made French fries. God gave us apples. We made
Apple cider? I don't know. It's still
apple
good.
pie.
Apple pie, yes.
and put a lot of sugar in it. And
We made the stars, and then we created astrology. You know, so it's
so, can you just once more encapsulate the way for us to have good health using simple things? And repetition is good.
okay.
And just encapsulate it in a few sentences
Well,
for the audience.
Have a healthy diet based more on a vegetarian program. Eat 3 meals a day. If you have health issues, then maybe your dinner should be a little bit earlier or in better, easy assimilative form, maybe in liquid form. If you're having problems, then concentrate more on herbs as a way of restoring function. Less stress, exercise more. If you can exercise, have somebody do massage, some physical modality on you. Sleep early, wake up early. Learn proper breathing, because if we are not breathing properly, there's a lot of disease that can come in. Have an abiding faith in God. Love your family, spend time. And most of all, have a cheerful attitude toward life. A merry heart is good like a medicine, as I said. And it boosts your immune system big time. So if you're always smiling, always laughing, when you have a smile on your face, people will think, oh, this guy is thinking of something. So face life with humor. I think whatever situation may be, Filipinos are capable of finding something funny about it.
Wow.
God gave us the sense of humor so that we can handle life a little bit more balanced. So if you can laugh at cancer, you'd be surprised. You can fight cancer with laughter.
Wow.
So, God,
Norman Cousins.
Yes, Norman Cousins. So God is there for us. He will never leave us nor forsake us. As long as we're doing our part, why should not God do his part? But if we put junk food in, then we expect God to take care of that. I'm sorry, he will respect our decisions. If we do good things, put good things in, then we'll get the results of our actions. We are what we eat, what we put in, what we sow, we will reap. So very simple, very simple.
Wow. That's good advice. And
Oh, there's one thing. Do good to others. There is a rebound on that. When you do good to others, you feel good. Even if you have a physical health problem, you'll feel, I'm not worthless because I'm making a difference in people's lives. It will make you so fulfilled that whatever happens in the future, you have left a mark in people's heart. Because we only pass, this way. At least you've left a mark.
ladies and gentlemen, you have heard good advice. And this is only good advice if you follow it. Because words are just like leaves sometimes. And where they most abound, much fruit of sense beneath is rarely found. But actually there's a lot of fruit. Only if we follow those words. Thanks for watching Start Anew at HCBN.
View the whole Start Anew program starting with the opening interview with Dr. Samuel Dizon, parts 1 and 2, and the closing interview. There are lectures on what is natural healing on Christianity, parts 1 and 2. God's marvelous self-healing body. Cancer, it can be prevented, parts 1 and 2. Alternative program for kidney disease. Diabetes. Whys and hows of detox. Learn about modalities used for healing such as body massage, hot stone massage, ventosa, charcoal pack, charcoal wrap, enema, and facial clay treatment. A video demo on how to prepare concoctions is also available. Watch the question and answer section recorded before a live audience. And enjoy the bonus sections on medical missionary work also recorded before a live audience. Thank you, and may God keep you in good health.